Good evening. Today we will be presenting or explaining how to set up the operating system OSMC on Raspberry Pi 3. And today, me and my other colleague will be presenting today. So my name is Hasmawie Hasan, BK162603331, and my other two friends, Muhammad Nur Firdaus bin Saidi, BK161100085, and Muhammad ZULKHAIRULNIZAM AKMAL bin ZAMZUL alias ROSMADI, BK161100148. So moving on, I will be first explaining about the structure of this report. So basically it consists of 8 parts, which is general information, report organization, introduction, preparation, procedure. And procedure will be divided into 2 parts some more. The first part is to install OSMC in micro SD card with pre-installed noobs. And the second part is the micro SD card plug-in and the OSMC configuration on Raspberry Pi 3. And then we will be discussing about the results and discussion as well to conclude what we obtained based on the testing, and then the conclusion. So the first one is the general information. So basically, OSMC is an open source media player that which based on Linux and Kodi project. It was founded in 2014 that lets you play your favorite media from your local network, and it is a leading media center in terms of feature set and community to ensure the users can get the best experience on purpose built hardware. For the report organization, so basically the report consists of the 7 sections, which is the general information, report organization, introduction, preparation, procedure, result and discussion, and conclusion. So general information will be covering or explain in term of general term of the operating system and its purpose. And report organization, on the other hand, will provide a general overview of the report structure. The summary outlines the uses of the operating system configuration, operating system installation, and the setup and results obtained. Introduction section explains the Raspberry Pi 3 B Plus specifications and its purpose. Preparation section lists the required components and tools for the testing conduct of the OSMC. The procedure section discusses the operating system installation and the setup. It is divided into 2 parts, which is the first part, it explains the steps to install the OSMC in microSD, and the second part explains microSD plugin in OSMC for configuration. Results and discussion section discusses the result obtained, and I'll briefly explain. And the last part is the conclusion section, which where it here will be conclude the report and summarize the general idea about the operating system discussed. So the next part I will pass to our next presenter, Muhammad Nur Khairul Nizam.
Okay. Hi everybody. This is Muhammad ZULKHAIRULNIZAM AKMAL. I will present the introduction for this project. Okay. A little bit introduction about Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is final revision of third generation single board computer developed by Raspberry Pi Foundation from United Kingdom. The purpose is to promote computer science in school and developing country, including Malaysia. Raspberry Pi 3 Model B Plus boasting a 64-bit quad-core processor that running at 1.4 GHz, dual band 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz wireless LAN compatible. It's also widely used in research, project and other purpose. Most of these boards are made in Sony factory in Pencott, Wales, while others are also made in China and Japan. Before we begin our OSMC installation process, there are several things that we will need to prepare. The first one, of course, your personal computer. The second one is optional. You can also use your personal computer USB as long as it doesn't exceed 2.5 ampere. The third one is prepare a special micro SD card with pre-installed NUC that is built for Raspberry Pi, and then HDMI cable, spare monitor, speaker. The stereo speaker is preferred because for entertainment, stereo speaker is standard, and then spare keyboard and spare mouse. Okay, now I will explain the procedure for part 1, that is install OSMC in micro SD card with pre-installed NUC. First, go to the OSMC official website, then in download section, click Raspberry Pi icon, and then it will automatically scroll down to OS. Here you can select if you are using the Windows OS, then click Windows. Or if you're using Apple, then click OS X. After the installation process complete, run the exe file. Then click yes if notification. Otherwise, you will not be able to proceed the installation. Okay, this is the first OSMC interface, installation interface. First, set the language to English, and then select Raspberry Pi 3. Of course, in this project is we are using Raspberry Pi 3, and then click next. Then choose the latest version, and then click next. For install option, select the from an SD card, then click next. For networking, you can choose either wired connection or wireless connection depending on your network available. Uh, in this guide, we use wireless connection. So if you choose wireless connection, you will need to set up the security type, the the name of your network, and then the password, and then click next. In the media selection, if you are already plugged in a micro SD card, the name should be displayed on the list immediately. If not, plug in the micro SD card and then click refresh. Then your micro SD card name should be displayed on this list. And then after that, select your micro SD card name and then click next. In license agreement, just tick I accept the end user license agreement and then click next. Next window will show the final confirmation before installation of OSMC. Just click yes if you want to proceed it. Then the download session will begin, and then after that you can click quit. The next presenter I will present to will be continued by Muhammad Nur Firdaus. Thank you.
Okay, hi, I'm Muhammad Firdaus. I will present part 2 of the procedure in MC. Part 2 is plug in micro SD card and configure OSMC on Raspberry Pi model B+. Raspberry Pi 3 model B+. Okay, firstly, turn backward of our Raspberry Pi and then insert SD card to the micro SD slot at the Raspberry Pi 3 model B+. And then push slowly the SD card into the micro SD slot until you get the tick sound. After that, Raspberry Pi is ready to use. and then connect all the cable and power it. After that, set up the language. Basically, uh, we we will choose the English language, and then select our current time zone. Select our current time zone. That now we are from Malaysia. We select Kuala Lumpur, and then set a host name for media center, and then select accept. After that, host name appear, SSD service is enabled, select accept. And then license will appear. After that, select continue button. Next is set up our network. We can set up our network manually. There is two options, which is wired and wireless. For for this for this for this for this procedure, we will choose wireless, and then after that, enable adapter and select the network, and then insert network name. For example, Citron Media. And once complete the setup procedure, you can either finish the process or select my OSMC. If not select my OSMC, enter as verify configuration. This for only additional part, or this is optional that we can be done. And then select hardware support and choose your HiFi berry in the sound card overlay parameter. And then restart our Raspberry Pi, then select setting. After select setting, select the system, and then select audio output and set the audio output device parameter to ALSA. For example, and then finally add content to our library, and then OSMC is ready to use. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, the presenter. Okay, now we're moving on to the results and discussion that we obtained during the testing. So the first figure you can see here basically is the uh, entire installation of this operating system. As you can see here, our Raspberry Pi is connected to the monitor through the HDMI cable connection connected to the HDMI port. And then there is so many ways you can power up the Raspberry Pi. You can either use the adapter to supply the board. For a simulation purpose, I'm using the USB port from the laptop. So basically, the USB port supply 5 volt, and I'm using 5 volt supply, and the cable I'm using a USB charging cable that can supply up to 2.4A, which is sufficient for the board to activate. So as you can see, above is the initial screen, or above is the initial screen after the Raspberry Pi is powered up. For a simulation purpose, the Raspberry Pi is powered up through the 5 volt USB port of the laptop and 2.4A micro USB charging cable. So what I have encountered during the testing, it took some time for the Raspberry Pi to finish reading the SD card. Sometimes the SD card is also not readable. This can be proven by the flashes created by the green LED on the Raspberry Pi port. The green LED blinks in a specific pattern, and the pattern indicates the issue encountered by the board. And below are the explanation for the each flashing pattern. So if the green LED, uh, res- that green LED on on the board flashing one time, possibly it is encountering the RPI from the micron, which is uh, the RPI problem was found. And then if the if the flashes if the LED flashes twice, it it indicates the SD card is cannot be read. And if the flashes flash three times, the start.l file is not found. And then if the flashes is four times, the start.l file is not launched. And if the flashes is seven times, the kernel.i image is not found. If the flashes up to 8 times, SDRAM is not recognized. So during the testing, what I can see is there is a sometimes if the SD card is not read by the board, two flashes from the green LED will be blinking, showing that the SD card cannot be read. So how this issue is addressed is by rebooting the Raspberry Pi or format the SD card and install back the operating system OSMC back into the memory. So this different from the despite only highlighting the green LED, there is one another LED on the board, which is the red LED. So the red LED indicates the power supply, indicates the power supply. So the red LED uh, will be turned on if the board is sufficient powered. If the red LED is off, it is either there is insufficient supply was encountered, or it is because of the power adapter faulty. And then the mouse is connected to the board through the USB port of the Raspberry Pi. You can also add keyboard or other peripherals to the board. Just connect the other peripherals to the USB port of the Raspberry Pi. And then the display for this testing was tested using a monitor. You can either using TV as well. And the board is connected to the monitor through a HDMI cable connection. So basically, this is how the setup configuration is. You can see this is the first initial screen display when the board start reading the SD card. It will start installing the files from the memory card. And then below is the first screen display of the operating system and followed by the other outcome screen display observed after the board finished installing. And then the setup can be followed as have been mentioned above in the uh, procedure section, as mentioned previously by our presenter Muhammad uh, Firdaus and ZULKHAIRULNIZAM. The networking is now can be changed to wired or wireless through the settings. So previously we we've been asked to select either to choose wired or wireless networking. So if during the installation you can either choose any networking, either the wired or wireless, because during the operating system setup, they you can change the networking from wired to wireless, from wireless to wired. Just you can adjust the networking based on your preference. So first screen display that will be appear, the operating system will be asked about the language selection. So you can choose any language. So basically we will choose the English language here, and then it will ask for the time zone selection. you can select Asia and then select Kuala Lumpur or Sarawak for Malaysia country. And then it will ask for the host name. You can rename the host name into any name that you prefer or that you prefer on. And then uh, the next setup, it will be the SSH setup will be display, and you can either enable the SSH or you can either disable the SSH. You can change the settings anytime you want. And then the next setup outcome will be the license agreement display. It will ask you to go through the license agreements and just select continue after you finish reading. And then networking setup. So just now I have mentioned that you can either choose wired or wireless connection. So this part will be showing how you will be asked again to select the networking. Either you want it to be wired or wireless. So if you want to change, if previously you choose wired, you can click the networking, and then you said you want to set the networking manually, and then you said there will be display here. If you can see, it will be asking you wired, wireless, Bluetooth, and then if previously you said wired, you can change to and you want to change it to wireless. Just select wireless and enable the adapter, and it will find the Wi-Fi connection, and then you just select any hotspot, any Wi-Fi, and then select and just insert the password and all, and connect to the uh, Wi-Fi wirelessly. So but if previously on the OSMC installation from the website, you set the OSMC OS as wireless, and you want to change it back to wired, you just simply select wired. So basically, this is the home screen of the OSMC. So you can see here it will list the videos, music, features, games, my OSMC, favorites, program, and you can scroll down up to settings. So from here you can start to add your favorite music. You can start add your favorite videos, or you can even stream a video through its internet browser. You just need to uh, add on some installer into your OSMC and start. You can even watch Netflix using this operating system. It is so convenient and user friendly. So to conclude our presentation today, I will summarize what the report is actually all about. So this report actually is a user manual report explaining about the OSMC, and which is the OSMC is actually an open source media player that really convenient to use. It provides steps, guidelines for the operating system setup and the configuration. From the OSMC, you can add your music, your favorite soundtracks, videos, and etc. You can even stream a video nicely, and you can even, for example, if you want to watch videos from YouTube, you just need to install the YouTube installer into your OSMC and connect your OSMC to any networking, internet networking, and you can stream any videos on YouTube. I think that is all from me, and I am behalf of my team. Thank you for uh, attending our discussion. Thank you for watching, and that's all. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.